Check out my melody.
All right, and welcome to the Drive Time Podcast.
Drive time.
The only podcast that's done exclusively on the road.
Never would do one
Anywhere but
anywhere
a road.
but the car.
We are currently making our way to the Port Comedy
the Port
Club.
Comedy Club.
We're going to be performing tonight. Should be pretty cool.
Performing tonight.
Yep. Thanks for echoing my sentiments. There seems to be a little bit of a delay on my mic.
A little bit of a delay in Al's mic.
What a bit to start with.
I know, dude. This is so stupid.
I know, starting strong.
All right, let's get into it. First off, let's cheers.
Cheers.
We are drinking. This is the drunk driving episode of the Drive Time. So all the people on the road, make sure you pick up a get a White Claw, but get the electric ones that taste like garbage, but that are like 8% alcohol. Do you know those ones?
I haven't had those. I've actually never had a White Claw my entire life.
What the hell, Al?
I've had every other kind of seltzer.
That's like saying I've never had a sip of water.
Well, I'm one of those people that, like, once I haven't done something for long enough, I feel like it's a part of my personality, and then I just have to keep doing it. So
you didn't think that about your virginity, though.
Well, I haven't lost that.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you and Jackie are waiting.
Yeah, abstinence.
Well, waiting to your wedding night.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be a beautiful moment. But how's
what if? Hold on. What if you're like a modern day like super Christian person? You like waited till marriage, but you'd heard like all this stuff about like eating ass and stuff, and so you thought that was like normal to do on the first night.
Yeah, you're talking because I feel like religious parents like they talk more about sex on the wedding night than non-religious parents.
Oh, totally, 100%.
They're like, so, time to consummate their relationship. And then, like, millennial dads are going to be like, so did you eat her ass?
Yeah.
Like, you fucking dive in.
How long did you... Dude, that was kind of weird. I'm not going... I've been to some weddings where, like, parents have been like, I bet my kid's fucking right now. And it's like, ew. Ew, don't do that, please.
Dude, I feel like that's, like, not even... Like, pretty much nobody is a virgin when they get married at this point, I feel, in the modern era, you know?
Most people aren't.
Yeah, most people aren't. So I don't know why we're still bringing it up. Like, yeah, it's, you know, if you get married on a Tuesday, you're fucking on a Tuesday.
I do think, though, if you aren't a virgin, you shouldn't be able to wear a white wedding dress.
That's true.
That's what I've been starting to do on the weekends is I go around to, like, wedding venues. I'm like, oh, I'm a photographer. I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
But then I have a bucket of pig's blood.
Oh, yeah, like the PETA protesters.
I ask around, I'm like, do they have sex before marriage? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if anyone's, like, I just need one yes. Like, and then I throw the pig's blood on the bride, and I run away.
Has the groom ever had to wear a special color, or is that just for these virgin dolls?
No.
Hell yeah. Maybe I should wear.
Maybe you should have to wear color. You should have to wear color if you're still a virgin as a dude.
Yeah,
you should have to wear a pink suit. You have to wear like a pink suit or whatever. Sorry, guys, it's tradition. Sorry, this was my dad's pink suit.
Dude, I wish I had like the right skin tone to wear a white suit, and when I say right skin tone, I mean black, because I feel like
you can wear it's a summer jacket. I think it's called
a summer jacket.
Yeah, it's the tuxedo bottom. But then it's a tuxedo top, but it's white. Dude, they look dope as fuck.
Yeah.
I wore one of those to my prom. You can pull it off.
Thanks, I appreciate you saying that.
You couldn't wear like a grape-colored suit.
No. That's definitely... I feel like...
You would look like you're in like a swing revival band if you did that.
With suspenders. Yeah, I feel like the extreme secondary colors only like black people can pull off.
Whoa. Secondary?
Yeah. Like orange, green, purple.
Orange is not a secondary color. Orange is a tertiary color.
Is it?
What two colors mix together to make orange?
Yellow and red.
Yellow's a secondary color.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
What do you think the primary colors are?
RGB, baby, like my keyboard. Red, green, blue.
No, it's blue, yellow, and red. Because the secondary color is one that has two colors mixed together.
Yes. Yellow is red and green mixed together. Dog, I'm telling you this. You got cones? All right, you got cones in your eyes that pick up color.
Right.
You know what colors they pick up?
Which colors?
Red, green, and blue.
We're not talking about cones. We're talking about the color wheel.
The color wheel?
The color wheel.
I think you're wrong on this.
God, see, this is gonna be one of those stupid podcasts you see on like TikTok where it's like, "What did you just say, bro? Did you just mispronounce orange?
Did you just say that yellow's a primary color? Let me look it up real quick.
All right.
Are you talking about like mixing pigments?
Yeah, I guess. Hold on, Parker's Googling something. I can't Google it because I'm driving.
Look at that right there. Get fucking wrecked. Primary colors. Oh!
Green is not a primary color.
Green is a primary color.
How does green and red mix together make yellow?
What do you mean? It's physics.
Dude, primary colors are red, blue, and yellow.
The three primary colors, red, yellow, blue.
But that wheel clearly makes it red, green, blue. So who's wrong here?
Okay, let's see right here. Hold on.
Right,
we gotta go to Wikipedia. We have to figure this out though. Okay.
Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, pull up colors. Jamie, pull up colors. What the fuck? Okay, additive mixing of light, it's red, green, and blue.
Okay.
Subtracting mixing of ink. Oh, what the this is so much. Is cyan, magenta, and yellow. So cyan's kind of blue, and magenta's kind of red. Oh, and then there's traditional red, yellow, and blue primary colors.
I'm a traditionalist. I'm like a Catholic when it comes to colors.
Oh,
I'm on that Old Testament. You're on that New Testament.
I'm on that new. You're Jewish, and I'm correct.
Yeah. Oh no, Kanye alert.
No. Con yellow.
Con yellow, cyan yellow.
They're changing the primary colors. They're changing them. It used to be red. Oh God, Kanye. I can't do Kanye, but
yeah, I don't know how to do a Kanye. Well, I guess.
Why do you think they took yellow out of the primary colors? It's because Asian people run everything.
Stop Asian hate.
That is weird that they're like. There's no race that's a primary color. Whoa, red. I never got the whole Indian people are red though. You know what I mean?
I guess they're Native Americans,
well,
indigenous peoples.
You're supposed to call them Indian. Like,
oh really?
I just watched a video. They're like Indian people want to be called Indian.
Like Indian from India or Indian
from America.
That's a lot to take in.
Okay, well, go tell that to people in India.
Yeah. They're like, hey, wait a minute. Well.
Also, IPA is weird. India Pale Ale.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, Indian people
drank over there.
Much. Yeah.
I feel like it's probably something that was made in America, and they just were like, we want this to sound exotic and foreign. What's a country that Americans don't like anything from? And they're like, oh, India.
I'm also sure, like, an IPA guy would know the exact answer to this too.
But we will never have we would never have an IPA guy on the podcast.
We might have Tracy on, but
true.
We just have to,
But he's an every kind of beer guy. You know what kind of beer I like? Milk stout. I love a milk stout.
I like regular stouts.
I like regular stouts too.
I could kind of fuck with a milk stout. I'm just generally not a milk and beer mixed together kind of guy.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like milk and beer mixed together. It just feels like a very creamy beer.
Okay.
Almost
like beer and cream mixed together.
Yeah.
You know what cream is made out of?
Probably green.
Milk. Probably green. Yeah, where's white as a primary color?
So which one white is like the absence of all color and black is all colors mixed together, or vice versa? I don't remember. I'm trying to get back to my
again. It's traditional versus. I think it's traditional versus. Because if I know in a RGB LED display, there's a lot of acronyms. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
A red, green, blue light emitting diode display.
Oh, that was better. That cleared it up for the people at home.
If you have like red, green, and blue all set to on, it makes white light.
Oh.
Is that weird?
That is weird.
The pixels in your TV. Red, green, and blue. Dang.
That's some gangster shit right there.
Damn, TV's fucking gangster, dude.
So what's been up recently? You're on vacation this week.
Vacation. Yeah, I mean, I planned it out. I planned out this vacation to do absolutely nothing because that's what I want to do.
Right.
I just wanted a break from, my incredibly difficult job,
Yeah.
I keep telling people this in my work is like, you know, to the people that like mine coal for a living, like try sitting down at a desk
Yep.
and typing on a computer.
Yes, queen.
Sometimes the air conditioning isn't very good. You know what I mean?
Or somebody puts seafood in the microwave.
Oh yeah, you don't have to deal with that down in the fucking coal mines, do you?
Everybody's eating out of a pail down there.
Also, your boss going, "Hey, I need those reports soon."
Mm-hmm.
What reports you got to do with coal mine?
Yeah, worst thing that happens at a coal mine, somebody gets crushed in a cave
Somebody
in.
gets crushed in a cave.
And then they make a documentary about you on Hulu. That's what we
Worst thing
call.
that happens at a coal mine is you forget to wipe the coal off of your face.
And you get in trouble.
You get in trouble.
Yeah, you get canceled.
You get canceled.
So really,
They don't dude, a woke coal mine. Can you imagine that? Oh my god.
just the whole time. All right, guys, it's been 15 minutes. Wipe off your face. Thank you.
Okay, guys. We need to let the women mine just as much coal as the men.
How long do you think a black guy could work for a coal mining thing without anybody noticing
What do you mean?
that he was black?
Immediately. I feel like when you go to the job, you can't be like, "Sorry, boss, I was mining coal earlier."
Why'd you do that voice? Sorry, boss.
Where do you think the coal mines are? They aren't in the north, I don't think. I have no idea where coal mines
I don't know. There's a
are.
lot of in Pennsylvania. That's
That's true.
where all the big cave-ins happen.
I was thinking more West Virginia. Dude, it is crazy that we have a border with West Virginia,
Yeah,
and it feels like north versus south, like immediately.
it does.
Even though, like, rural PA, people say is pretty much the south, too. But
What's always weird is if you travel down south. When I was younger, I spent some time in the south on a little trip, and some woman was like, "Where are you from? You have such a strong accent." I was like, no, bitch, you have an accent. Shut. Like, I feel like in Maryland, like Baltimore, you have an accent, but Maryland doesn't really. It feels like, and it's 'cause we're from here, but it feels normal.
because you're from here. Yeah.
But people across the world don't hear a southern accent and go, "That's the right way."
Yeah. If you wanted, like, a neutral English accent, it probably would be pretty close to, like, the North Atlantic dialect.
Well, they say
Or the West Coast, too. I feel like West Coast people, talk pretty normal, too.
Yeah, as long as it's not like Valley Girl. I feel like Valley Girl is kind of like the Baltimore accent of the West.
People call it Valley Girl, but I think it should just be called Girl. There are girls all over who talk like that.
Yeah.
So this is like really
Yeah,
it should be called Girl,
true. Well, I know like people on the news, they have to speak in a non-regional dialect.
Yeah.
And I feel like people in Maryland are the closest to that. Like, I feel like if we just talk like this, then we're on the news.
We should do the whole podcast. We should do the whole podcast just like the news.
And then Parker had another beer and passed out on the couch.
Al Barnes found dead in his apartment today. The first known case of overdosing on child pornography. This is so much fun. All right, we need to write out this bit for the rest of the podcast.
Parker Brown drowned in cultural appropriation with his Wu-Tang shirt. After showcasing his knowledge of the Wu-Tang at a local liquor store, he then passed out on his own gas.
Dude, people do, like, check me about being a Wu-Tang fan all the time.
Yeah, you were. So we were.
I've told you this before. Anywhere I go, I'm a big Wu-Tang fan. You're a big Wu-Tang fan too.
I'm a fan. Yeah.
I feel like most people that are fans of rap music have, a certain appreciation for the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I do love the Wu-Tang Clan, and I love all the members. But most of the reason I buy the merch is because it just looks fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's the best. Like,
they do have like the most
50
recognizable
Cent,
logo of any rap group or
they
rapper.
have like a really good logo. And like, if you buy 50 Cent stuff, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
I actually
Clans,
I don't know if I can think of any other rapper's logo. Like Eminem had the backwards E for a while. But
even
that's not that big.
You look Eminem stuff, you look like you're too much of a fan. You know what I mean?
You're a stan.
You're a stan.
As they call them.
Is that where that comes from?
Yeah.
From that song?
Yeah. Like, that's why people, if you're a big fan of something, they call you a stan. That was Eminem.
What?
Which is pretty big.
That is pretty crazy. Dude, people do like fucking hate Eminem now for some reason, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I saw a clip of
No one wants to give him
Tyler, the Creator, was talking about it, and he was like,
steez.
Yeah, he was like, he just got too good. It's like jazz music. Like, it takes a lot of talent to do, but it's like so out there that you can't really appreciate it as just the common listener.
Yeah, but if you ask jazz people, they'll still be like, John Coltrane is insane. You know what I mean?
That's true.
But also, I saw that same thing, and I was like, Eminem also did not get too good. He got better at like certain things, but then also much worse at like making a coherent like song.
Making a song that's fun to listen to.
Yeah, or like a non-memeable song. Like, if you go back and listen to the Slim Shady LP, I mean, it's just fucking bangers. Like, he's not trying to do crazy wordplay, but he still has like some 3-syllable, 4-syllable rhymes in there, some internal rhymes.
I also feel like
I'm driving a can't in any fansion.
He had like better beats back then.
Yes.
Too. Like, Without Me is a crazy beat, real Slim Shady.
Or My Name Is.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking
or Superman. Best. Superman's a cool instrumental.
I
do know one thing.
I wish there was a mashup between Premier and Eminem. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
I love DJ Premier too. People are always like, Dr. Dre's the best, and I'm like, no, it's DJ Premier.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I feel like Dr. Dre's a top 5 though, just because
he's
of like
top 5.
The people he's worked with.
And people say RZA too, and I'm like, I love the Wu-Tang Clan. They don't have the
their
best
instrumentals
beats.
Aren't great.
They don't have the best.
Not even like for the time.
Yeah.
You know, because they were like 90s, right? They didn't have any 80s stuff.
Yeah, they were all 90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s though.
Yeah. So I don't know.
There is this like Wu-Tang documentary type thing that I haven't watched the whole thing, but I watched this YouTube clip of they do like this really artistic interpretation of like RZA making a beat, and like they'll have like a guy playing like the snare and he's like talking back and forth to RZA, and I'm like, no, no, this is not.
Sometimes people try too hard.
There's a drum machine.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He's not like fucking. I don't even know. He's not on the holodeck of the Starship Enterprise, being like, "You give me a snare drum on the 1s and 4s."
Yeah, and I guess it was like different back then, but making like a simple hip hop instrumental is not hard.
Yeah,
like making something that's interesting is challenging. Yeah, we've made some okay beats.
Hey, well, you need to get in that what's the program called? It's called like Fluid, or I think it starts with an F, like Fling or Fruit.
No,
you know what I'm talking about?
Well, there's FL Studio.
Maybe that's it.
There's Fruit Loops, which is on PC.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
But the one we use for the podcast and I use for music is Reaper. I also use Audacity.
Oh, well, Audacity is like, that doesn't have like a drum machine built into it though, right?
No. Well, most programs don't. You have to like download them separately.
But Fruit Loops does. Like,
Probably.
It literally has like all of the beats like plotted out, and you can go. You literally click it and it goes like it's an on and off switch for each beat, which, you know. Why are these so hard to open?
Parker's cracking open another Mick Ultra.
Mick Ultra. While we're driving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, we haven't talked about the traffic at all. Look, a deer. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God, the deer.
Oh.
The deer's on the hood of the car.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, the baby deer just came out, too.
No.
The little fawns. They're checking their mom's. Oh, what a semi-truck hit the baby deer.
The deer pulled out money to try to get us to stop. Oh, no.
Oh,
It'll
God.
pay us.
Sorry, we're drunk. We can't.
We're doing a podcast.
I'm trying to drunk drive. I can't also help a deer. It's impossible.
A deer, a female deer.
I will say the seats in my car feel a lot more comfortable
today.
today.
Comedy in the Baltimore comedy scene.
Oh yeah, I know Ray.
Yeah.
What's next?
All right, let's keep going.
Do Ray me. So we're on me.
Do Ray. Oh yeah.
Me. A comic that has bad jokes. Do Re Mi Fa.
How long we have to drive to do comedy?
So is my comedy.
What people don't do at my shows.
A city where people go to bomb at comedy.
Yeah.
It's a little LA trivia.
LA.
T. Something I spill at the open mic. So
Something my doctor says I need more of.
yeah, testosterone. Okay, Joe Rogan.
Dude, I've been doing testosterone replacement therapy. Did you hear about this chimp they did testosterone replacement therapy for? It's Andrew Tate. That's how Andrew Tate was born. Dude, chimpanzees are fucking insane. This is one thing that I need a scientist to explain to me. A chimpanzee can weigh like 70 pounds and be like up to your hip, and they can rip your fucking arm off.
Yeah, they can lift like
Why
hundreds.
didn't we get that?
Yeah, you'd think.
Why didn't we get that? I
Like,
want to rip.
Obviously,
arms
with
off.
the chimpanzees, it's a quote-unquote common ancestor. But how hard did we fuck up to
Yeah.
not get the cool shit?
What did? With the chimpanzees in the gym the whole last 7 million years?
Yeah, I know. They got all of the cool traits. We just have a better prefrontal cortex.
Can you imagine if instead of having to pay rent, we could just live in a tree?
Yeah,
Oh, this is where I live now.
that does seem way better.
Do they fuck on trees? Do they fuck in trees?
I mean, with
They
how
have to go on
strong
the
they are,
ground.
the possibilities are endless. They can like dangle from their feet.
Do you think they fuck upside down? Monkey style? Dude,
Monkey
that's
style?
what monkey style is. When you fuck upside down.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
shoving a banana in our ass. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. I was fucking a monkey style.
I feel like I could get away with saying anything if I do it in a Joey Diaz accent.
Oh, yeah. Well, then, dude, he got in trouble because he fucking, what did he say? He was like, sometimes I get the waitress to suck my dick.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's what Joey Diaz does. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, oh, that doesn't align with my patriarchal theories that I've been learning about on the internet. Sorry, Joe Rogan. I've been going on Tumblr a lot. You got to see what some of these dykes are saying. They're talking about toxic masculinity, Joe. I was in there sniffing coke, reading about toxic masculinity.
Turns out women don't know us anything.
They don't know. You take a woman on 6 dates, she doesn't know you jack shit.
You can't even sniff a stare after she gets up. You can't even sniff her ass as she walks by.
Turns out a lot of my behaviors have been problematic.
Just because she smells like your mother doesn't mean you can grab her ass.
My intolerance for patriarchy is higher than giraffe pussy right now.
Bringing it back to
Bringing
giraffe
it back
pussy.
to giraffe. That's what you got to do. All right, I feel like that was a pretty good clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have
Joey Diaz learning about feminist theory.
Yeah, I have to do a better job about posting clips. Well, because we don't do video.
We
so
don't do
posting
video.
clips is kind of weird. I just have to post like a
That's fine.
video of the screen.
It could be like feel like it should be like a 911 call because those don't have video either.
Oh, true. We
Yeah.
just change it to be 911 dispatcher.
No,
it's
just,
Joey Diaz calling.
If we
Hey.
could just have like the intro be like 911, what's your emergency? And then it's just clips of our podcast or whatever. I feel like that would be pretty funny.
What's Joey Diaz calling 911 like?
Huh?
What's Joey Diaz calling 911 like?
Hey, cocksucker. I shoved a chicken wing up this chick's ass and it's not coming out. I need an ambulance and an Ambien.
I put the chicken wing in her ass. It came out boneless. How does that happen? How does that happen?
It came out completely clean. It actually even had a little extra blue cheese on it. I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Remember a couple podcasts ago, like Parker was like, I don't like toilet humor, and he's like, blue cheese coming out your ass.
It's different if it's Joey Diaz
Yeah, it's
doing
true.
it though. We have to. I'm an actor. I'm playing someone that likes toilet humor.
Yeah, you're playing a character.
I did, dude. I did. Speaking of toilet humor, you mind if I do a little toilet humor?
Go for it.
I starting yesterday got not cramps, but
Period.
you know, pain, not pain, but when you can feel something squeezing in your intestine.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, big
And you're
time.
just holy shit, this is gonna be the biggest dump I've
Yeah.
ever taken in the entire life.
Yeah, you get a little excited for it, but you also get nervous.
Literally all yesterday, went to sleep, woke up this morning, still was having that stuff. About 6 o'clock.
AM or PM?
Tonight.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I just gotten out of the shower, which
I was
always
on the way
sucks.
down.
I know you were on the way down, and yeah, I'm just clutching the fucking toilet paper roll for strength or whatever, And I'm not gonna lie to you. I came back out and my jeans fit better. I'm not even fucking with you.
That's
like,
awesome.
That's
That
big.
goddamn, you were gaped by this shit. You were
Dude,
stretched out.
It went like wet, solid wet. It like flipped.
Oh.
It like flipped halfway through.
So
I
there's
was like,
there's a little pocket in there.
dude, I've never had that happen before. I've never had like an Othello.
That's rare. I would say that's
Othello
rare.
type dump. You know what I mean?
Because I would describe myself as a very inconsistent dumper. Like sometimes I'll shit twice in a day. Sometimes it'll be 3 days before I shit. Like
I'd say that too. I'd say I'm like that too.
because some
Dude,
people
have you
they're
heard
like I shit at 5 a.m. every morning. I'm like how?
There's some people that are like I shit once a week, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, I
is
don't do
wrong
that.
With you?
I think the least I've ever had in a week is maybe 2. And that's you're eating a lot of
well,
dairy.
I'll tell you this: when I went on this camping trip, I really didn't want to shit in the woods, so I didn't take a shit for 3 weeks. The entire camping trip, I'm not even fucking. With
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I went to go take a shit one time, and I just couldn't shit. I couldn't because there wasn't a toilet. Like
So what did you do when you got home? You just took some laxatives?
I didn't take no. As soon as I could get on a toilet, it was just like.
That's crazy. We heard this when I was.
But it wasn't even that much. It wasn't even like, oh, I had this. It was just, it was so weird.
So maybe you were just operating at peak efficiency and you were burning everything that you were consuming.
I was burning everything.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works. At
Parker
all.
is a superhuman.
I did read about this dude who didn't eat for an entire year, and he would still take shits. He would take like 1 shit a month.
How?
Your body like just gets rid of enough stuff that it still has to like expel solid waste, I guess.
Dang.
That thing is crazy. I watched this whole video on this dude who didn't eat for an entire year, and I highly recommend. It's very cool.
I feel like I heard about that, but I remember I was doing a little canoeing up in the
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, in the boundary waters up
Boundary.
Yeah, on the edge of Canada. And our guide was telling us there was some kid who was scared to shit in the woods, and he didn't shit for 2 weeks. And when he left, the shit had crystallized inside of him, and he had to have it
I don't believe you.
surgically removed. Like crystallized, like got rock solid.
God.
But
I've had something like that. Have you ever had one turn sideways?
oh, dude, yeah, one comes out. And
You hold it in for too long and it almost like turns sideways. You're like, you feels like you're literally giving birth or whatever.
Yeah, I told you about it. I came up with a joke that I've only done one on stage, and I don't really like it because it's not my style. But it's you ever take a shit so big you feel you're wasting your talents as a straight man. Like
I do like that.
I've had that quite a few times. But actually, no. When I was canoeing up there, they had outdoor toilets. They didn't have like it would just be like a tube that you would sit on top of and shit. They called them grumpers.
Okay.
Up there. And one time I sat down to shit and I got stung by a bee. It stung my hand. You want to talk about the worst time to get stung? While you're taking a shit. Imagine that, Parker. You sit down to release.
I feel like I've been stung by bees before, and it's not fun, but it also isn't like the worst thing. I think it depends on what kind of bee it is, too.
Yeah.
Because they have different amounts of like poison in them.
Yeah, well, I think you also have to consider, though, every part of your body that you would definitely not want to get stung by a bee is exposed while you're taking a shit.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
So I get stung, and then I notice there's...
What if you liked it, though? You think there are stingers? There are people that like getting stung by bees?
Probably. I could see stingers being a fetish for sure.
Did we just invent a new fetish?
Yeah. All right. We need one of our listeners at least to get stung on the head of the cock. That feels like an old aphrodisiac. They're like, you let the yellow jacket sting your balls and your dick grows tenfold.
Does that actually work, though? I'm just going through it in my head. If you had, when you have, like, if you're allergic to peanuts and you rub them on, like, your hands can swell,
Yeah.
right? If you rubbed them on your dick, would your
That's an angle.
dick swell? Ladies and gentlemen, we need hey, real quick, I know we got to leave soon, but I was thinking of one question I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Who do you think's more oppressed? Gay guys or gay people or furries?
What do you mean by press? Like by society?
Well, I was just thinking about this. I was like, no one tries to, like, kill furries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one's trying to make being a furry illegal. But also, if you went into a job interview and you're like, I'm a gay guy, there are some people that would, like, not like that. But, like, I would say, like, at least, like, 60-70% of employers would be okay with that. Whereas if you went into a job interview and you're like, do you have any bathrooms for people with a tail? Like they'd be like, get the
litter
fuck
box.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like, well, here's what you have to consider is there's been a longer span of oppression for gay people. Furries are pretty new.
You think so?
I
thought so too, but then Romans loved wolves. They loved pretending, like a lot of their generals are called like lupus, which I believe means wolf.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing a couple of them probably,
Yeah, but back then it was cool to wear, like, it's different.
Hercules had a lion, like, wore like a lion's skin.
Yeah, but
isn't that pretty close to being a fucking furry?
I feel like in those instances they're wearing the pelt to show that they could dominate that animal, not become that animal.
But okay, I'm saying you're probably right, but there probably was one guy who was like, I'm actually a wolf.
I think we're close to swinging furry in modern society.
You think so? You think we're going to go full?
I don't think we are, but no, I'm saying like which group gets pressed more. I think we're going to swing furry here in a couple years.
What does that mean?
I'm saying that I think hopefully and probably gay people are becoming less and less oppressed.
I agree. Hopefully and probably.
Yeah. Furries I don't think should ever stop being oppressed.
I think they're going to try, though.
Really?
I think they're going to...
Is that the next wave?
I think they're going to try... People always say pedophiles, but pedophiles are inherently immoral. You know what I mean? Incest, inherently immoral because... You want your kids to have the right
Quick
number
pause,
of toes.
and just something I want to touch on because it just sparked. You saying pedophile, unfortunately, sparked something in my head. But I had this psychology professor, and he was talking about pedophiles, and he's like, you could view it as a mental illness, and he's like, there's people with pedophilic tendencies that like congregate together to talk about it, and he's like, so pedophiles might not be bad people. There's just something wrong with their brain, and I'm like, damn, you're spending a lot of time defending pedophiles all of a sudden.
Pedophiles Anonymous. That's
Yeah,
what that sounds
there.
like.
Yeah, there is like a pedophiles anonymous. Or so I've heard. No, but
that shouldn't be funny, but I would.
Yeah,
I'd probably go to one of those.
you go to one meeting
just to see what's going on.
Yeah. Well, because you got good, and you've talked about them on the podcast. You got good Alcoholics Anonymous jokes. Just think of the.
Well, I was at the Walmart the other day.
I was at YMCA.
But I'm thinking this. I'm thinking furries are gonna. There's nothing inherently like pedophilia is inherently immoral. Incest is inherently immoral.
Right.
Those are the two that like you can't. People go love is love, but it's like those are the two where you're like no, not always. There's nothing inherently immoral about being a furry. It's weird, but like it doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think their next play, and furries. If you want to contact Parker Brown Consulting, I can give you a couple strategies on this. I think their plays, they're going to be like LGBTQF.
Yeah.
Sneak the...
I'm waiting for them to take the B out of LGBTQ.
Really?
Well, I think it's going to get swapped with the P for pansexual. Because pansexual, I'm sorry to say it, is pretentious bi.
I honestly think they're the same thing.
Yeah, well, so...
I don't get what the difference is.
Now, well, here's one reason I think they're going to get rid of it. Because bisexual says two, right? Two genders, which they're trying to steer away from.
Okay.
Pansexual is saying you fall in love with personalities, not what's in their pants. So my thought is that they're gonna end up swapping the P, because that's why I call it pretentious bi, because you're like, I like their personality. What are bisexual people? They're like, nah, I just like the titties and dick.
Well, I was gonna say, what if you'd fuck guys and girls, but you don't care at all about their personalities? Is there like a shallow sexual?
Yeah, it's called being fucking cool. That's what it is. I'd be a shallow sexual.
I listen. Yeah, I've had people try to explain to me the difference between pan and bisexual, and I'm like, they go on these long. There's like a long thing, and at the end it's just like they're still the same fucking thing. I don't get it. I'm sorry.
And I feel like it's worse for me because a girl I dated in high school ended up being the first person I ever heard say she was a pansexual.
Yeah.
So it was explained to me like a decade ago.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was like...
Still haven't figured it out.
I originally thought it was people that were into like like shots in movies where like it
Like
goes
a panoramic.
across.
I like that angle because most people normally go like pots and pans.
Well, that's the
that's
OG
the easy
joke.
one.
Whereas bisexual, I used to work with this guy. He was an absolute fucking dickhead. This is my first job, like my first real job. I was a line cook and at a country club, and like the soup, like the guy who like fixed stuff, and like he would go around and he told this joke like 50 times. Like anytime you see him go, people nowadays are bisexual. I'm trisexual. I'll try anything sexual. And he'd say that to like us, which would be fun. But then he'd say that to like this 16-year-old like waitress that just started working there. I'd be like,
Hint.
Don't do that, please.
Yeah, no, I bumped into him in Pedophiles Anonymous actually.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the podcast.
That's the end of the podcast. The drive time.
It's time to leave Parker's
It's
apartment.
time to leave Parker's apartment.
Because we've just been chilling on his couch.
We've just been chilling on the couch.
Drinking brews.
Oh, and guess what? We're not driving.
Oh,
we're not driving.
What a twist. Yeah, we've been sitting here the whole time. It's
I guess that was implied by we're on Parker's couch, too.
Yeah.
But
we got Parker's couch in the car. But we normally don't make this much eye contact during a podcast, so we really had to fight for our lives. But I think it went pretty well. Yeah. So thank you all for listening.
Careless Whispers has been playing in the background of this entire.
Yeah, we each got an AirPod in. Rich. All right.
Peace.
Peace.